My style, I feel, is modern luxury
Yeah.
with a jungle twist.
Emphasis on luxury.
Emphasis on jungle and emphasis on luxury. You want to tell it or you don't want?
Sure, you tell it.
You want me to tell it? Okay. My name is Billy Lee. This is my wife, Jennifer Lee. We've been together now for 24 years. This year we celebrate our 20th wedding anniversary together. We met in Anaheim. We were neighbors. It's been a journey. I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else.
It's been a wild ride. We've ups, downs, highs, lows. But yeah, 24 years, and we're coincidentally in our 20th year of marriage, we're rebuilding a house, so that's kind of neat.
We've been in our home now going on 24 years. Throughout those years, you know, we grew together and learned what we like and don't like. So we are familiar with, you know, remodeling, not on this scale as the new home. The new home came accidentally. It came into our lap as an investment property. And after walking it a couple times, before I wanted to flip it, I wanted to bring it home and see what Jennifer felt about it. So I come home and I tell her, hey, we have.
You walked it twice and said, oh, you need to come see this.
I walked it twice. And I said, hey, you got to come see this home. You know what I mean? I want to know what your thoughts are about it.
I didn't see moving anytime in our future. Just we were settled and where we're at with our daughters, and he just kept talking, and it kept going about everything he could do and how he could fix it, and it just kind of came like, oh well, I guess we can do this. It's going to be a lot, but we're from the ground up almost. You know, we get to make it our way, so it's kind of neat. So
the biggest thing for us was, okay, in the past, remodels can cause a lot of strain on relationships, as we know, you know. This one, luckily,
so far so good.
We weren't living in it.
There's still time.
Right. We weren't living in this remodel, so we're like, okay, the biggest key to all this is finding the right contractor and the right company to help us along the way. We have a lot of friends that are in the industry that I've worked with in the past, but this job was so big, you know, I didn't want to be the quote unquote GC of this job. I wanted to find somebody first and foremost that can see our vision and can keep open communication throughout the whole process of this, you know. So I mentioned to Jennifer, I said, hey, you know, we watch, you know, all the remodel shows on TV and all that. And I said, remember the family that I told you that, you know, grew up in the same neighborhood that I did? And, you know, we've been following them for years. I think I'm going to reach out to Izzy and the company to see, you know, what their thoughts on this project is, you know. I reached out to the company and they responded to me right away, set up a meeting. Izzy came out. Right away, I told them that, you know, what I'm looking for is to build a partnership with the right company and our family throughout this process. The project was already started from the previous owner. So it was unusual for Izzy and for us to get into it knowing it was already started a certain way, and for us to either decide to totally scrap that idea and start from ground zero, or, you know, follow through with the process that was already started. Izzy was very thorough and said what the pros and cons were regarding this whole process. And, you know, he relayed to me at the time, he's like, I usually don't take these projects on because, you know, I'm opening up a whole can of somebody else's work, you know, and it could go easy or it could be a complete nightmare. So the first thing what we need is to find out what is permitted and what's not permitted. And if you would go down to the city with me, we will know where we stand with everything. So right away, I felt really comfortable regarding that. The fact that he was like, you know what, it's not a money grab. I usually don't take these jobs on, but you know, I would really love to see, you know, what has transpired here and what we can do with it. So that was the first thing we did. We went down to the city, met with the inspectors, and found out, what was permitted, what was not. And after that, I told Izzy what my budget was. He was very, very transparent, which I appreciate, and it made me even have more confidence in him. And he said, let me do the numbers, and let's see if we can do this together. Throughout this process now, I tell Jennifer, I think we're going to move forward with this project. We're going to keep it for ourselves. At that time, now we tell the girls regarding, hey, guess what? We think we're going to move. How was the reaction?
They were a little hesitant. I mean, they've, 20 and 13, they've grown up in that house, and they have friends in the neighborhood. They went to the elementary school that we live across the street from. But our oldest, like I said, is 20. She drives, goes back and forth to school. The younger one, they don't have they have a few friends, but we're not like tied to the neighborhood. So I explained that, we'll come back. You can get here. You'll see your friends, or, what's important. And so I reassured them of that. We brought them to the house so they could see it. We wooed them by telling them they each have their very own bathroom now. So it was neat. It was neat to see their reaction, and they're excited now.
We love the home that we're in right now. We've been there, like we said, for over 2 decades. I think we just have different needs now, and at the age that I'm in, at least, I like peace. So the first thing going through the new home was the neighborhood. I was like, wow, the neighborhood is so well kept. I feel like, that could be our forever home, which, we're planning. We don't plan on, moving anytime after this. So I think for me, that was like the major factor of the neighborhood, which drew me to the home.
It's exciting to just start something new. Definitely.
Why did you choose a remodel versus buying new?
I would almost say it chose us. It
Correct.
just the way he fell into it. There was no concept of moving. There was no talk of it. It just wasn't a topic, and here we are.
Yeah, I'm a impulse type of person, so this fell into our lap, and legit, it was like closed within 7 days. I bought it, came home, told her I bought some investment property, and then 2 days later, we went and looked at the property, and then 2 days after that, we closed escrow. So it was pretty quick. So you're right. I think it chose us. We like the special, not cookie cutter things. We got into antiquing years ago. We like one-off things, but now I feel like we surround ourselves with furniture and art, and the way that we set up our home with things that make us happy, I feel.
I think we kind of pull inspiration from even just friends, family, the kids, and different things others appreciate. We kind of, I don't know, in each other as well.
Yep.
Because we're obviously different and have different views and tastes. We want to be kind of current, or like modern, if you will, but also we make it our own. So, like you said, with the antiquing and things, or just what, taking opinions from the kids and what they like, or what they think, oh, this would be cool, this would be neat. So we just draw it off each other, really. It's a combined, shared effort, I would say.
I know Jen's, she's busy lots of times with life, with the kids and stuff. So I know what our palette is already. So what I'll do is I'll, pick tones or colors, and then just give her options, because I know like we both like those tones. You know what I mean? It's just how we're gonna style it, and then with the help, with the company, it just makes everything easier. And it's crazy because like even Jen said, like, they opened my mind and read exactly what I like.
Yes, Celeste is good. Celeste is good. We do entertain a lot. We have a pool at our house now as well. So it's family events are typically held at our house. So I feel like it's going to follow the same here. And we just want it to be comfortable, and for everybody else that comes, want them to feel like it's a part of them.
I agree. I agree. We love hosting, so we want it to be comfortable, but at the same time, I like things that are unique where people are like, "Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, where'd you get that?" I get excited thinking about all the new
Yeah.
experiences and memories we're going to create in our forever home
Yeah.
with the new house.
We are very blessed in the fact that we get to do this a third time and really focus on, hey, we get to do it again, and it's going to be everything that we maybe didn't get along the first or second time, and it's going to be what we wanted, and
Right.
we're going to share it with others to
For
enjoy
sure.
along with us.
So Jennifer makes fun of me because my friends and business partner live in the neighborhood.
So he's excited because he's going to have to go to the beach house and get his bike to bring it home because he's excited to ride his bike to his friend's house now.
So that's somewhat true, but
That is 75% true. And then we joke because then he came home and I said, wait a minute, you bought this place because your friends live down the street and you're that close to them now. He's like a little boy, like he's excited to play with his friends. Thank you to all of you guys. You guys have
Right.
been amazing as well. So it's been a journey in itself, and be able to build and be with people like you guys, because you guys are good at what you do. So that makes it
Right.
easy as well.
Yeah, I'm super blessed to be able to work with you guys, because we consider you guys now family. From A to Z. There's too many names to name, but Izzy, his wife, Sam. I mean, all you guys are great. So we're very blessed to be able to have you along for this journey together.